This love story started with a woman. She was soon joined by the most gorgeous of men, and together they formed the perfect partnership.
Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best.
It was a match made in heaven, love's young dream. The story begins thus.
Wow, we met online. I was a single parent from the age of 21, and I had 3 children. Obviously, Jamie, Reese and Summer. I became a single parent when Summer was still in my tummy. I was pregnant with her halfway through my pregnancy, and I did some online dating. I dated a couple of. I went on some dates with a couple of guys. Anyway, I had a message, so I thought, in the mood that I was in, let's have a laugh. What chancer is this then? And it was Kev. And I was like, he looks okay. He looks alright.
Oh, he looked a catch, alright, Kayleigh. He looked a catch.
Better than some of the ones I've had messaged me in the past. So I went back on my promise to myself and I dropped him a message, and he discovered that he lived 200 miles away, and thought, wow, how on earth would you work that if it went anywhere? Is there any point in continuing with these messages? He asked me for my phone number so he could call, and we spent the next week on the phone every day. Every evening we would talk until we fell asleep, and we just clicked. And he asked if he should come down to meet us, and I was a bit like, of course I want you to come and meet me, but at the same time I didn't have any help with the children, so I wasn't able to give them to a babysitter. And well, I could have, I suppose, but at the time I didn't have anyone to have the kids whilst I went off on a date. So I told him this. There we go. He said, so I said, I haven't got anyone to have the children if you come down. And he was like, it's fine, it doesn't bother me. And I was a bit like, okay. At the same time thinking, am I being a very responsible parent, going and meeting a guy who I've never met before in my life with my children in tow?
No. It's a perfectly normal thing to do. You know, take your 3 kids on a date to meet a man you've never met before.
Anyway, I ended up agreeing, and Kev got his train ticket, and I went with the children to pick him up from the train station.
Did you? Did you really? A man you'd never met before just came down, travelling 200 miles to meet you, and you took your kids to meet him off the train. Yeah, that sounds, I really, one of the most bizarre things I've heard this week.
And it was honestly like I just met one of my mates who I'd known my entire life. It was so strange. And we got in the car, and I told the kids it was like my friend that I was meeting. They're only little. I could have told them it was flipping Santa Claus and they wouldn't have questioned. One of my questions once they saw him and realised he doesn't look remotely like Santa Claus. But you know what I mean. I could have said anything. Kids are gullible.
Kids are gullible. Some parents are very nasty towards kids. You know, but you can't pick and choose, can you? I mean, calling the kids gullible, I feel like that's a little bit OTT, you know.
So I was like, I'm going to meet Mummy's friend. So that was that. So I picked him up, we got in the car, and he said to the kids, what do you want for tea? It was tea time. I'll cook us something. And I was a bit like, whoa, no guy ever wants to cook.
Hang on a second, not to interrupt your amazing romantic tale or anything, but did you honestly invite a man down that you've never met before, that you'd only been speaking on the phone or in messages for, like, you know, about a week or whatever it was, right? But did you invite him to stay at your house? did you invite him to stay in your house? He didn't book a hotel room or anything like that. Did you actually invite him to stay at your house? I'm sorry, I'm struggling to get my head around this one a little bit, right? You've got 3 kids, right? 3 very young children by your own admission. And you thought that it would be perfectly safe to invite somebody you didn't know into your house. Not gonna lie, it's a bit risky.
So the kids said meatballs of all things. So we went to Asda. And we walked around Asda like we were just a family. Like, it was like mum, dad and the 3 kids. No one would have known that I just met this guy.
That's a little bit weird, if I'm being honest. It's very weird. Please don't tell me that he was calling himself Daddy on the first night. Please. It feels like that sort of tale to me.
And that we'd only been talking on the phone for a week. It was just so surreal. Anyway, we... got our food, got our ingredients. We went back to my house and Kev walked in. He went in the kitchen and he cooked tea with the kids. Him and the kids rustled up dinner.
Still very weird. Still very weird. You allowing your kids alone with this man you've never met before. It just feels like a story that could have gone very wrong, if I'm being honest. I think it... Perhaps you were one of the luckier ones that didn't get the serial killer, but could have happened.
And I was like, "Whoa, this is so strange, but this is so good." And the rest is history. He only went back to Nottingham, which is where he's from, once, and that was to collect his stuff. And yeah, as they say, the rest is history.
So the story went like this: you met a guy online. You talked on the phone for a week. He came down all the way to stay in your house, in fact, right? To stay in your house with your 3 very young children. You went to the shops, bought some meatballs, went back home, cooked the meatballs with, him and your kids, cooked the meatballs, and he stayed for a bit, unspecified amount of time, and then he went home, picked up his stuff, and came back and moved in. Is that about the strength of it? So at what point in this whole situation did he mention that he had a criminal record? Just putting it out there. Kayleigh, did you even... I mean, this is the situation that is like... It could have been like a really bad man that you'd invited into your home to meet your kids, and, it could have been, couldn't it? Now, he does have a criminal record. He admits it.
So basically what Kev was saying was that they've come up with this, they're really sort of held up on it keeps wobbling to keep moving the table. Held up on why did Kev go to prison, and they're desperate to know why. So they've Googled his name and it's come up with an article, and in this article the person who had been I don't know how was it even worded in the article. It didn't say beaten, did it? But it said something like, basically this Kevin Baldwin that's in this article had hurt his ex, the mother of his child, who was called Sabrina. So we know, like 100%, and everybody that knows us knows that is not true, and that article's written about someone else. But they're so sure that it's written about him.
So yeah, he didn't just have a criminal record. He in fact was in prison. He didn't mention why. Now, they don't send nicey men to prison, do they? It's got to have been something. Now, obviously, people have been Googling why he went to prison, and they've come up with the wrong person, apparently. I've also seen that article, so it's not him. I don't know why he went to prison, and I don't think I very much care. But, I'm just saying that the situation was that he went to prison before he met Kayleigh, and then Kayleigh invited him down to, be with her kids. Now, 2 situations could be possible. One is that she didn't know until after he moved in, which is very sketchy. Or the other one, which would be just weird, is if Kayleigh did know, and during that week where they were on the phone every day, that Kev did in fact mention to Kayleigh that he'd been in prison, which would make it even worse that she invited him down to stay with her kids. Anyway, you know, who knows? Maybe she was that irresponsible parent.
Am I being a very responsible parent, going and meeting a guy who I've never met before in my life with my children in tow? Anyway, I ended up agreeing, and Kev got his train ticket, and I went with the children to pick him up from the train station.
But then again, maybe Kev is a lovely man. But then this comment was left on my last video about these, and you know, I don't know what to believe at this stage, right? Because it says here, word on the street is that Kevin left his last job because he was getting too friendly with my neighbour's daughter, his colleague, right? So the colleague that he worked with at his job, and apparently he was getting too friendly with her, right? And that's why he had to leave. Now, I don't know if that's true. I don't know, because I don't know who it is that's posted this, right? I don't know the person, so I don't know it's true. But I'm just saying it could be, right? And it goes on to say he knew if it carried on, he would have a problem getting access to his children. Kayleigh's a master brainwasher. So I take that to mean that if he'd carried on with this relationship with this woman, that Kayleigh would have stopped him from seeing his own children, because she kind of is like that, right? That's what I take that to mean. Again, as I said, I don't know if that's true, not true, or what. I know I'm passing on information. It could not be true. It could be true. Who knows? But what I do know is that there's a lot of speculation surrounding Kev's possible, like, inappropriate, not inappropriate, but like, kind of like, the word leering has been used a lot. Leering at his at the eldest son's girlfriend. Yes, the 18-year-old who is living in the house with them, and seems to be, Kev has a possible attraction there. So I don't know. I mean, maybe not, but maybe, right? Isn't it? Maybe. But then again, is Kayleigh just too demanding for good old Kev, right? I mean, Kayleigh does have her ways, such as this instance where they went to pick up their eldest's GCSE results a couple of years ago.
So a pass, so that's what we're hoping for. Anything between 4 and 9. Anything below 4 is not a pass. So yeah, we're hoping for 4s and above. I reckon he might even get some 6s. Don't say anything, Reese.
Oh, it's alright.
What is it?
I've got I don't know what that is in science. Drama I got a 5.
Well done.
History I got a 3. Maths I got a 3. Year I got a 3.
You're lying. You're actually lying.
English I got 5.
What did you really get?
That's what we really got.
Oh, you did really get that.
Yes, Kayleigh, he did really get that. You seem surprised, but also not making things any better. Thinking that he's lying or making it up or giving you, you know, doing a prank because you think, oh God, he could never do that badly. Do you imagine how he must feel when you would have said that?
College fan.
Oh my God, Jamie, how did this happen?
What?
Not making it any better. Oh my God, how did you manage to do that, Jamie? How did this happen, Jamie? Oh, it's so terrible, Jamie.
A freeze? Isn't that like a D?
Hang on.
Did you P in a college or what?
How did you get a 3 in maths? Ain't it now? That's not too bad. I feel awful because I was like, you're joking, aren't you? Because I was shocked when he said so many 3s.
So she tries to redeem herself by saying, yeah, I feel a bit bad now because I was taking the piss out of it, right? And I feel so bad. But then she goes on to say, oh yeah, but I was really shocked because I wasn't expecting it to be so bad.
All his predictions all through secondary, no, it's not bad, were passes and above. So for him to get a 3 in maths is quite shocking, but to get a 3 in PE is really shocked me. And
she just carries on. She goes on. Every time you think, oh, it can't get any worse, she actually makes it worse. Poor guy. The fuck? Seriously.
Shocked him too. He's a bit, you could see, he's a bit disappointed. He's looking on the bright side. We've got to look on the positive. So he's got enough passes for college. But the fact that he got a 3 in PE when he's going on to do a level 3 diploma in college, I think makes him feel a bit deflated because he's going up to college with not even a pass at GCSE.
And yet you, as his mother, can't tell that this is not really the right thing to be going on about, especially to YouTube, by the way. Just telling everybody, oh yeah, I'm so disappointed in my son's results, and he's a bit disappointed too, by the way. But I'm just going to tell everybody because, you know, it's going to make me feel better to offload it. But, you know, it doesn't matter about him. You know, he's fine. He's fine.
Education. So I think he's done really well. Like I say, I am shocked. I expected a few more. Here he comes.
I think he's done really well. I am shocked. I thought he would do better, though. What's wrong with you?
Expected a few more passes. Well, I didn't expect a pass in science. I didn't expect a pass in, I wasn't expecting anything amazing in not history, wasn't it? You did. And science, but we were expecting passes in maths and PE. Did you see any?
It's not any better if you say, oh yeah, well, it's okay that you didn't pass those because we weren't expecting you to do very well anyway. You know, we didn't have very high hopes for you on those subjects, so it's fine that you didn't pass.
Because Reese won't mind me saying this, I've already said it and he laughed.
I'm just calculating.
Jamie's exam results make me really worried about Reese next year.
I'm sorry, but what? I'm sorry. Oh dear. So you're about to slate your second eldest child, you know, for not being quite as academic, you know. Wonderful mother.
Because Jamie was always the academic one, Reese not so much. I was like, crikey, if Jamie can't pass maths and PE, goodness me.
Reese will probably get like a 1.
There's not much hope for Reese passing either of those subjects, either, is there, Reese?
I don't think I could be any more disappointed in a mother than I am right now. Honestly, what the fuck? In one short sentence, you have managed to kill the spirit of your eldest and your second eldest in one short sentence. Yeah, well, you know, Jamie, he was expected to pass and he hasn't done. Isn't it funny? But, you know, that also means that Reese isn't going to pass either. Oh my word. How can you possibly think that that's an okay thing to say? Seriously.
Today, it's all about Jamie and I am proud of you no matter what. You know that. Let's go and get a Costa, shall we?
Well, if I was going to look for some Mackies.
Huh?
I'm looking forward to a Mackie.
We're not getting a Mackey's. We haven't had a Mackey's for weeks.
Cheese on toasty, don't you?
Huh?
Cheese on toasty.
No, we're just going to get a drink. It's only 25 to 11 in the morning. We had, no, alright. Fucking throw me under the bus, Lissy, why don't you? Jesus, the tattlers will be loving this.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The tattlers will be loving this, referring to tattle, right? So, talking to your children about what is perceived as a nasty, like, gossip, hate type site, you know, is not the best parental move. You talked about parental moves earlier, but I don't think this was a good one.
We didn't have a Mackey's yesterday. We had a McFlurry from Mackey's because we were at the beach and it's like £2.50 an ice cream. I was like, screw that. We'll just go around the drive-thru and get McFlurries. Jesus, Lissy, chuck me under the tattle bus, why don't you?
Yep. So, talking about hate in front of your children. The number one worst move for any family vlogger. And yet you've ticked that one off the list very nicely. You've ticked a lot of other things off the list as well. I mean, just by doing a bit of research here and there, I've seen various things which concern me, and it should concern you too, Kayleigh, as the loving mother that you actually are, allegedly. You should be concerned about the things that you put online about your kids, with your kids, showing your kids. There's no amount of anything I can say about the level of some of the clips I've seen that you've put online. You probably don't think that they're bad. You think they're lovely little home movies or whatever, right? But at the end of the day, they're not. They're viewed by people online. They can be seen by people online. Anybody with eyes can see them, okay? And that's not being disablist. Is it disablist? You know, when... Oh, fuck knows. I don't know. People with eyes, or not with eyes, can also see it. I don't know. Anyway, people can see it. The things that you put online, it's not just for you and your little band of family, right? It's not just that those people can see. It's everybody. And that includes the more perverse people of the internet. Do you understand? Yes, I hope so. Anyway, take your kids offline. Until next time, everybody, thank you all so much for joining me today. Please give this video a massive thumbs up. Comment all of your thoughts about it down below. Have I managed to change your opinion of this loving, lovely family? Or is your opinion still that they are bad news? Until next time, please take care of yourselves. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well, by the way. Have a lovely day. Take care and bye-bye.